Y'all not going to believe this. Let me tell you what's happened. Some of y'all know that I went out on a date last weekend, and it was with a man who was driving a dump truck. Now, originally, I thought that that was very admirable. I appreciate a man who is committed to his job. But some of y'all pointed out, maybe he's in his work truck, his dump truck, because that way his wife thinks that he's at work. I thought, oh, y'all are so suspicious. And then there was this woman that called endlessly. I mean, to the point of, I probably could use the word harassing. He was harassing him on the phone because it was just back-to-back phone calls. And that was a bit of a red flag to me, but his explanation was sort of reasonable, but not. It did leave me concerned. But I really enjoyed his company, and he was a nice guy. He was handsome, he was smart, he was good company, intelligent, carried a great conversation, all of the good stuff. And so I was trying so hard to find all the good things. I was trying really hard to find all the good. I got a message. 2 days later, I got a message from a woman. And some of y'all know that I am not famous for answering my private messages, but I just happened to see that one, and I read it. I thought, something about that. And so I replied back to her, and I said, tell me, how do you know that? Because she had indicated to me something about him. And she gave me his name, and then directed me to another social media site to verify that that was the photo of the same guy. It's the same guy. Y'all are right. This man was running around. I was this close to being a side chick. You just can't trust anyone. Why? So I tried to reach out to him. I called him, and I didn't get an answer. So the next day I sent him a text and said, hey, you got time for a quick phone call? Because I wanted to verify, like, is this all for real? You know, what the nerve of you? But he answered me back in a text, said he doesn't have time to call. So now he just doesn't want to talk to me. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to continue, trying to get an explanation. I think I've got my explanation. But this is just heartbreaking. Why? Why do guys do that? Why? Now, he's not confirmed that it's the truth, nor am I probably ever going to speak to him. But why? Why do guys do that? I'm so disgusted with it. Oh my gosh. I was this close to being the side chick. But one of y'all reached out to me and said, hey, this sounds familiar. And it turns out that he has a long-term committed girlfriend, that he's not married, but he has a long-term committed girlfriend. And apparently that probably was her on the phone. And you're all right. The dump truck was a kind of a cover. I've got work to do. And so that it eliminated her asking questions. But apparently she knew something was up, because we're all sisters. We know when something ain't quite right. She knew something wasn't quite right. He was out on a date with me, and she was calling because his explanation apparently didn't hold water, and she was wanting a better explanation. Oh, some days. But it doesn't break my spirit. My right guy, my perfect guy is out there. I've just got to keep talking to these toads. I've just got to, until I find my right guy. I'm going to find him. He's out there. He's waiting for me. I know he is.
It just goes to show, no matter what age, most modern women are sharing the same top 10% men because their standards are so high. And they'll overlook countless red flags just because the guy is handsome and charming, which means he's got player vibes. That's crack to women. The guy was picking her up in his company work vehicle, an actual dump truck, and because he was probably an older Chad, she made that a virtue. She saw it as him being super dedicated to his work, while if an average guy, she'd call him a bum and suspect he's too broke to save his own car. Anyways, so today's video review is about her finally meeting the perfect man, and this will just show and prove why modern women are staying single. So let's get balls deep into this.
Y'all not gonna believe this. Let me tell you what happened. On Valentine's Day, I had 2 dates. Yes, 2 dates.
Not even 8 seconds into the video, and she admitted to dating multiple men at once on Valentine's Day. You can't make this shit up. These females demand to be treated like ladies and get chivalry, yet they're going on multiple dates in the same day. Did these men know about each other, or is this just another she's exploring her options and it's none of their business? They're just giving traditional benefits to a 304. No matter the age, these females just prove that they're anything but traditional. Continuing.
I had one for lunch, and he was a fabulous guy, very nice. I said, I want to tell you about the second date, but let's address the first guy first, all right? He was a fabulous guy, very nice, very educated, just all around good guy, checked all the boxes, good, except he was really emotional and very sensitive, and he is going to make somebody a fabulous partner. It is not me. But he is going to make somebody a fabulous partner. And over the years, I've met lots of nice guys who were just not the right puzzle piece for me. You know, he was just too in tune to his emotions. I know that sounds anyway. But he was a very nice guy, but not the guy for me. And so we had a nice lunch. I met him at the restaurant. We had our lunch. Very nice guy. We parted as friends. I did explain that I don't think you're the right fit for me, but I know some ladies that I think that you would be fabulous. I'd like to introduce you to. So, and he was good with that. Everything was fine.
To be honest, I can't fault her for that. Just this proves that if you try and cry on a woman's shoulder or act feminine, because they're going to be turned off. Not like these love romance sappy movies. This only works on virgin women for certain cases. Otherwise, you'll just give them the ick and dry their snatch drier than the Sahara Desert. He checked all the boxes, but was a tampon. It also just goes to show looks aren't everything. Sure, it'll catch their attention, but acting like a mangina or a wimp will turn away most women. This man for sure was raised by a single mom, which is sad. Had he had a strong father, he'd be slaying and probably more successful in life. Stop crying to women like you do with your mom. This is women all around the world, including traditional women. They all look at this as a weakness. And I gotta give her credit, she was honest and upfront about it as well and just moved on. A lot of modern women would simply continue dating that guy for the free relationship benefits. Friend-zone him without telling him just to get his attention, time, and money for free. Continuing.
Second date. Now this second guy, he made a big to-do over the course of 2 weeks of making sure that our first date was on Valentine's Day. I mean, made a big to-do about it. And I thought, well, that's kind of romantic. And he had said, I have, high hopes for you and I getting to know each other. And I really like that someday that we can say that we met, our first date was on Valentine's Day. So I thought, what a true romantic, right?
This is game. This is what selling the dream sounds like. How Chad and Tyrone play these women. I'm not saying this guy is, but these quality or top guys dangle the relationship and commitment carrot just like attractive women will dangle sex to keep a guy interested or get relationship benefits out of him. So right off the bat, this perfect guy sets the mood and tone right. He's a romantic. She's already impressed.
And he, so far in conversations, telephone, video call, all of that, very nice guy. And I've been talking to him for several weeks. So I did agree for him to pick me up at my house, as I have kind of checked him out a little bit. I do know that, I did feel safe. So he came and he picked me up at my house and he brought me flowers. Well, he stood in the doorway. I went in, put them in water, and then I went out and we left. I got in his vehicle and we left. We went to dinner.
The guy's problem is that he's trying to romance these modern women, and it only works if you're a top guy, otherwise they'll see it as you being a simp. This guy is a class act, doing everything these modern women claim they want. I guess this guy was sent from God, so women like her can stop bothering God for a perfect man. Before we go on with the video, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Robert Playdell, who shared, "Men shouldn't walk away from these women, they should run." Now that's just good. Thank you for sharing that comment, and as you already know, don't forget to reach out to my email and claim your $5. As always guys, I'll be picking one comment from each video. Could be the funniest or the most liked or just one that stuck out to me. So don't forget to leave a comment and you could be tomorrow's winner. So be sure to hit that like and sub button too, as the support helps out a ton. So now let's get right back into the video.
Embrace your masculinity.
Back into the video.
And we had a really great time, fabulous conversation. Everything was really good. I was really excited. I was like, oh yeah, this guy is just right. So far, just right. Handsome, intelligent, well-rounded, worldly, just everything really just right. And about towards the end of our meal, I had already decided in my head, I'm going to give this old fella a kiss goodnight. I mean, I'm going to break one of my rules, and I think I'm going to give him a kiss goodnight on a first date.
She just verified it. This is a top quality guy, worldly and handsome. Her prayers have been answered. She won the lottery because she's getting a shot with this great man. He impressed her so much that she has to make sure that he knows she's 100% his. Honestly, this is the right girl game. Women don't want to jump in bed the first night because they know they'll be disqualified for a relationship. So giving a kiss is just right. Back in the day, it sure meant a woman wanted to marry a man if she kissed him because even kissing men without dating them was seen as bedwench behavior. That's how far things have fallen. Thoughts today kiss men like it's a handshake.
And so anyway, their meal come to an end, and we drove home, and again, pleasant, made plans, discussed, didn't make firm plans, but said maybe next time we could go here or there. He had said those things, so I felt all was good on his end as well. Until we got to my door. So we get to my driveway, he pulls in, he turns the car off, he gets out, and he says to me, now wait, please let me open the door for you. And I said, oh, okay, because as women, we start to do that on our own. We're not accustomed to it, So he was aware of that. And so he had said that. So he come around, he opened my car door, he took my hand, he helped me out. And of course I was dressed very nice in heels and everything, and it was dark out.
Like I said, this guy is a true Southern gentleman, a class act, a man a traditional lady deserves. Someone has to find this guy and expose him to the passport bros, because he deserves a traditional lady from a traditional country. Trying to find a quality woman in the West, even in the South, is like finding a cooked A5 steak in the trash. For those who don't know, A5 is the highest ranking for a steak, but it's in the trash, so you get the drift. No matter how good a woman in the feminist West can be, she'll still be tainted and influenced subconsciously by feminism, which is ingrained into her all her life.
So my porch light was on, and we walked up to my porch, and I have my key out, and I'm going to unlock the door and go in. And before I go in, I'm gonna give this old boy a kiss, something to remember, make sure he, knows that I'm very interested. So we get to the door, and when we got there, there were other flowers that had been delivered while we were away. Now, I did have one set of flowers already from him. But now the floor of my little porch entry is full of flowers. So I hadn't counted them right then. Now I realize that there were 5 more flower deliveries, but it just looked like a funeral or something had happened, you know what I mean? Because these flowers were everywhere. And he said, oh, what is all this? And I said, well, it's Valentine's Day. And I grabbed the 1-800-Flowers box sort of thing, right? It's a big tall box with that there's roses inside. So I picked that up, and I said, oh, this is from my gal pal. I said, oh, I'm so excited. She's so sweet. She sent those to me.
Single women have to stop sending each other flowers. It's white lying to each other. Valentine's Day is for lovers, not friends. This isn't our birthday or Christmas. This type of cope and white lie stunts women and feeds their ego. Women need motivation to find a man, and doing things like this makes them less ambitious. It's like a guy jerking off makes him less motivated to improve his life and actually go talk to women. Also, this steals the guy's thunder. The guy who just gave her roses was outdone and shined from her friends, so it's not as special now because he's one of 6 flowers that she got. This just killed a romantic gesture, and this just proves why single women keep each other single. Had this woman been friends with women who are taken or in marriages, they'd be making their men happy than doing one big circle jerk cope of blowing smoke up each other's ass. Basically, giving each other the participation trophy of romance for just existing.
So while I've got that big box in my hand, he reached down and pulls a paper card, because now there's 4 other flower arrangements that were delivered locally, and they're in a glass vase with the little card sticking up on the plastic stem, So he grabs that one and opened the envelope and says, oh, and is this a girlfriend too? And it was from a man. And I said, no, I said, that is a gentleman that lives near here that I know. And he said, oh, okay.
I think John is someone she friend-zoned, or at least she claimed to have friend-zoned. She might be his booty call, but let's just say she friend-zoned him. This is why friend-zoning men isn't good. Besides the fact that females will get free relationship benefits from that man. To other men, especially ones they're interested in, like the guy in the video, it looks like she's been around the block and sleeping around, dating multiple men, as in she's not pure, and that's how a friend zone backfires. Because a man with means, or a man that she desires, even if he's 100% sure that it's a platonic situation, sees that it's deceptive behavior and thinks to himself, if she's willing to deceive this guy, who's to say she won't do the same thing to me in the future or right now? Either way, you cut it, the man did the right thing and found out for himself who sent at least one of the flowers. Because I'm sure he was super serious and had to know what kind of woman she was, and he found out. He doesn't have to have this looking over him, thinking, what if, throughout the whole relationship.
So I pick up I've got the box, I got the door unlocked, I've got a box in one hand, flowers. I said, will you help me carry them in? And he said, no, I need to go. I need to go. I said, okay. I don't have a plan in place to explain why I've gotten all these flowers on Valentine's Day. I have not given this any thought, right? I mean, this is just all happening at the same time to me as it is to him. Well, he just got all in a bit of huff. He didn't say anything inappropriate, but he left. I got ghosted at my door.
And that's how it's done. He found out one of the flowers was from a man and he bounced. There's nothing good that comes out of a female having a platonic relationship with another man. Even being friends with a gay man is bad, because the gay man is going to encourage her to be a 304. Having a relationship with questions lingering over you is not worth it, because you're going to be on edge the whole time. You're not going to be able to fully relax ever. And that's why I say, if you think she's cheating, end it. You don't even need proof, because a relationship is supposed to bring peace to your life, help you relax and wind down, not be another stress factor you got to worry about. The world is already stressful enough for men as is, and you don't need to add more to it. It'll make the women respect you even more because it shows her you value yourself over any BITCA.
And so I gave it a day or two and thought, well, I text him that evening and said, thank you again for such a lovely evening. I had such a good time getting to know you. I didn't hear nothing. And I waited another 24 hours, a whole day, missed a day, give him a chance to respond. He didn't. I texted him one more time and said, I was just thinking about our evening out. We had such a nice time. Do you know what your schedule looks like? Maybe we can get together again soon. That's what I said in the text. I hadn't heard nothing from him. So I've been ghosted. That's a new feeling.
Ghost game to modern women is romance. I'm telling you it works. If you want to have the upper hand, ghost her and she'll try to prove her worth to you. She'll try to qualify to you because most women have never been rejected or rarely do, so they don't know how to deal with it and can't handle it. He blocked her probably when he drove away, and she still tried to text him for 2 days straight. And you know this guy is a high-value man because any hints of BS or her being a 304, he's gone. On to the next woman. A man like that understands his value.
I've been ghosted. I mean, on one side, I want to say, look, it's not all what it looks like, but two, it's our first date. I mean, I can't help that you chose Valentine. You made a big issue about Valentine's Day. Did you really think that I've been sitting here pining away, waiting for you to ask me out? I mean, but not that I'm running a roster like people refer, but yeah, I date.
You females need to understand this. To the top tier guys or red pill men, when it comes to getting their commitment, they're not going to commit to a woman who dates around. Because in the manosphere, dating in womanese means sleeping around. It's a cover to sleeping around. Sure, this lady may not be bedwenching like that, but she projected the perception she is. And the guy doesn't want to deal with this BS. It's better to be safe than sorry. There's more of her than him.
Now, on that side, I have ghosted people before. I've just blocked and deleted their info. So I have, but I felt like they had done something offensive in some way that I don't even want to know them as a person, right? This guy and I were getting along fine. He was very sharing his interest in knowing more about me and dating me. He was all through dinner, but everything changed there on the front porch. I don't know. I'm going to just chalk it up to his insecurities.
Nah, that's not insecure. That's a guy who's secure with himself and knows his value. He doesn't need to put up with this bull because there are so many single post walls and one of him. That wasn't insecurities. That was disgust because she thinks she's a HOE. Modern women always call men insecure when men don't want to put up or deal with their 304 behavior. An insecure guy would accept these low standard women because he has no other options. Calling a man insecure is shaming him for having standards.
Because the first box of flowers, that box 1-800-Flowers box was there, and that was from a gal pal. Now the others were from gentlemen, but
You can't make this shit up, as Kevin Samuels used to say. So the guy was right in the end. He was one of 5 other men who gave her flowers that day. So all of these men are just platonic. This is Decepticon behavior at its finest. Dude made a rational choice, because one other man is one too many. 4 other men sending her flowers, she's 100% Decepticon.
he could have, now had the shoes been on the other feet and we'd have walked up to his door and that would have been happening, I'd have smiled and laughed and said, yeah, look at that. Well, I'm the lucky lady. These ladies only wish, and I'm the lucky lady that actually went to dinner with you on Valentine's Day. So that's a good sign in my favor. That's how I would have viewed it. I don't know exactly what I'd said, but that's how I would have viewed it. And
because it shows the man has value if a bunch of women are vying for his attention. Because men and women are different. Like I said, the so-called traditional Southern lady is conflating men with women's standards because feminism influenced her subconscious. Standards for men and women aren't the same, and that's why she's single.
So now I'm disappointed because I finally found a nice guy and the flowers on my porch have died. So what do you think? What do you think? I've been ghosted.
She ruined her shot with her dream man, all because of her modern women habits. When spinsters, cat ladies, and post-walls cry about being single, this just proves that when they actually meet the man that they want, who checks off all the boxes, they ruin their chances. And believe men, most of these women have far more chances with top guys than the average guy having a chance with a great woman. They blow it by probably blowing other men. They unwittingly or subconsciously show the top guy that they're not qualified for him. God finally gave her the perfect man, and she still effed it up. Let's read the comments, because you want to see this delusion. Top comment says, Miss Dolly, you dodged a bullet. Red flags. He opened your card. Too possessive. Men are supposed to be possessive. That's called being masculine. If he's going to commit his time, money, and resources, you better believe he's going to make sure he's the only one getting the relationship benefits from her. Another comment. Oh, Miss Dolly, he thinks you're a player. No, honey, she's not a player. He thinks she's an HOE. Women cannot be players because all they have to do is say yes to sex. Just goes to show how these females will sugarcoat things and redefine things and conflate just to hide their bedwench behavior. A woman is valuable if she's pure, not if she's been passed around. Another clueless comment. You dodged a bullet, you lucky lady. Nah, this is why social media is so bad for women, because they feed each other BS. She ruined her chances with the guy of her dreams or close to it. This is what she looks like.
Yo, I have found a great pair of shorts. Oh my gosh. Yo, check this out. Oh my gosh, really. Look, these are Judy Blue. They're the little carpenter shorts, with the little loop there.
The delusion is real. She and all of these post walls are acting like she's an 8. This is why these post walls stay single. The man, whoever he was, is out of her league and dodged a massive bullet, which is her. The guy with his quality is going to meet a quality lady eventually. It might happen on accident, if he takes a vacation in Cancun, Mexico. But he's going to find some traditional lady who doesn't entertain multiple men at once, to live happily ever after with her. While this post wall, in 10 years, is going to be crying how she's still single and there are no good men left. That's the MGTOW reality. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.